Alright, little man. It is showtime. Hi, I'm JD Oldenburg, and today I want to talk about how you can finish a screenplay in 15 days. I used to find writing stories, writing feature screenplays really overwhelming, and everything I wrote until I was about 21 suffered from the same lack of planning and structure. So what I do now is put boards on a wall, 2 sheets for Act 1, 2 to 4 sheets for Act 2, and 2 sheets for Act 3, and I grab sticky notes. And I start putting down on there the scenes that I know for a fact will go on my screenplay. Before you go into writing your story, I think you should have very clear who your protagonist is and what they want. And by what they want, I mean like their primal want. Is it love? Is it respect? Is it revenge? And if you have this for each of your main characters, it's gonna make your life much easier when it comes to staying in the conflict. Another thing that I like to do is, usually when I write a story, I've been thinking about it and brewing it for a while. So there are scenes, there are moments that I have very clear in my mind, and there are moments connecting those clear moments that are sort of fuzzy. So instead of getting stuck and like adding a bunch of stuff that I'm not really sure on, only to get to the scenes that I want to write, what I do is skip around my script. And then from writing these very clear scenes, maybe I write, the first moment where I really show how different these characters are. And then I have a very clear picture of the first time they see eye to eye. They start to see each other. So I'll write that as well, and then let the middle path from A to B sort of inform itself. If you go at it every day, which is its own struggle, you can get a story finished, a first draft, in like about 15 days or less even. When I get sort of stuck, I like to work on something else. That way, that day is not, the creative juices for writing are not lost. It doesn't have to be another feature film. I have this little notepad where I write down crazy dreams that I've had, and they can be really funny for me to read years after, like if I forgot about the dream. And I like to make sure stories out of that. Maybe at some point I'll read you one. The smart writer knows that you have to show up whether the muse shows up or not, because the muse only shows up if you show up and do the work. Think of at least a general outline of where your movie is going before you start writing, because if not, you're just gonna linger. And I think that one important thing to remember is that boredom is your cue. If you find yourself bored when you're writing, it most than likely means that you got off the conflict. So listen to the boredom, it might be the cue. Lastly, of course, something that really helps is read the scripts and watch the movies that were made in the genre that you're working on that were successful. Also watch the bad ones too, why not? Learn what not to do. I've been posting videos every week. I will assume that 2 videos are about to pop here, and the subscribe button is about to pop here. So subscribe, and then a little bell will pop, and I will buzz you from your pocket and let you know more storytelling thingamajigs. See you next time.